Hey YouTube, all things girly here, and today's video I just wanted to talk about um skin color and stuff. So we all know how it is these days, light versus dark, and everybody wants to be light skin. A lot of people are bleaching their skin, even a lot of the celebrities. And every time you look up watching videos or on magazines or just whatever, it's always like the light skin or exotic looking females, and not really the darker skinned women like it used to be back in the day, like in the 90s and stuff. So for me, growing up, I didn't really see it like that, like in my neighborhoods and like in my school and stuff. Well, probably because I lived in the hood, but I mean that doesn't really matter because a lot of people still have that way of thinking, like, oh, I want a light skinned chick and they're better and this and that. But for me, growing up, it was like in school and stuff, it was like I was always the exception. So like when it came to like Hispanic guys and stuff like that, it wasn't the fact of you being light or you being dark. It was just they didn't really like to deal with black girls, period. But it's like whenever they would come up to me in school, it would always be, I don't really date black girls, but I would date you, like you're so beautiful and this and that. And I always just kind of took that as a half-ass compliment. It's like, if you think I'm pretty, like, that's fine, you can say that. But all that extra stuff, like, why do you feel like you need to tell me I don't really date black girls, but, like, it's supposed to make me feel special or something? Like, not trying to, make it seem like I'm all that or whatever, but I get compliments all the time. So that guy telling me that wasn't gonna, do anything for me. But I know a lot of y'all can relate, especially some of the darker women, because I know some guys have the nerve to be like, oh, you're pretty for a dark-skinned chick and all of that. And it's like, why do you need to say that? Like, even if you're thinking it, just keep it to yourself. Like, it's always guys saying like the dumbest stuff to people. Like, you don't ever hear females saying stuff like that to guys. Oh, you're cute for a short guy, or you know what I mean? But it's just crazy that they actually have the nerve to go up to people and say this. Like, you're doing me a favor, like I'm supposed to do backflips because of it. But I don't know. The same thing happened to me when I was in school and when I was in Job Corps. And then sometimes, it would be the black guy saying this nonsense too. Or because I'm tall, they would be more into like the shorter girls or the Hispanic girls all together, and they'll, say their nonsense. But I've never had a problem with guys coming to talk to me, like that has just never been an issue for me. So I don't know. I just think that all of this just needs to go away. Like, all of this needs to end. Like, everybody's complexion is beautiful, whether you're like the darkest of the dark or you're extra light. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I love my complexion. Like, I love it. And it's crazy because when I used to be back home, like, if you're in the hood, how the guys be hanging out in front of the stores and stuff like that, and they be trying to talk to every girl that be walking by, and they don't know your name, so they'll do like a little cat calling noise or whatever. But they would be like, hey, light skin, what up, light skin? And it's like, in my head, I'm like, well, I know he's saying that because he doesn't know my name. But in my head, I'm like, I am not light. Like, I'm not dark and I'm not light. I am in the middle. I'm brown. Like, if I had to come up with anything to describe my complexion, I would say peanut butter, but I don't like it. I don't like peanut butter. So I'm just gonna say like cinnamon. Like, I really think that describes my complexion so well. But I think everybody just needs to just love themselves and love their complexions, because all shades of black is beautiful, whether you're dark chocolate, milk chocolate, caramel, cinnamon, peanut butter, whatever. Like, it is all beautiful and delicious. So I think that we just need to get away from all this light versus dark crap and just everybody just be happy with themselves and live their lives. Because I cannot tell you how many times, like, I'll be on YouTube watching videos or whatever, and it'll be about people bleaching. Like, you know, they do that a lot in Africa, and even, you know, like the Asian people, they do it too, because they always, and this stems from like way back in the day, like the whiter and the more pale you are, people thought that you were wealthy and rich and everything. Listen, the times have changed. That's not what it means. And some people be around here looking ghostly. Like, that they need to stop. Like, they need to stop. And all those chemicals and stuff that be in that is not good. You don't know what the long-term effects are on your skin. Like, everybody just needs to love themselves. Everybody is not meant to be light. So please just start loving yourself. And if you're with somebody that all they talk about is, you know, light this and light that, and, you know, just nonsense. If that's what is making you feel the way that you do and feel like you need to do all this stuff trying to compete and be light, then you don't need to be with that person. You need to love yourself and be with somebody that loves you just the way you are. So if any of you have had an experience like I was talking about in this video, I would love to hear from you. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.